Even Floyd, like when you make yourself like we got issues over anger, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
It took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Wow.
Are Floyd's comments potentially in breach of contract? He could blow the whole fight up and never fight and also have taken a cash advance on the fight he may not ever have. He's broke. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. Knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine it while taking a cash advance. Essentially going, cool, I need that money now. Who cares about...
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly facing increasing financial pressure as the IRS has allegedly placed a lien on his assets over unpaid taxes totaling around $7.3 million from 2018 and 2023.
Mayweather is being targeted by the IRS over unpaid taxes, with some of his properties and assets being held on lien until the full balance is paid off. And if not, said assets will be fully taken away. This report comes from Business Insider, but is also now being reported by Ring Magazine, in which they reveal that the IRS has filed a lien versus Mayweather in Las Vegas, currently putting a hold on Mayweather's Vegas property due to unpaid taxes stemming from 2018 and 2023 that have now ballooned to $7.3 million.
This isn't just a small issue being blown out of proportion. It involves direct government action, with reports suggesting that certain Las Vegas properties have been frozen until the debt is settled. If the situation isn't resolved, those assets could eventually be seized.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can't spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
Yeah.
What makes this even more concerning is the timing. These developments come while Mayweather is already under scrutiny for his business dealings and his anticipated clash with Manny Pacquiao.
It's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really. Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like
I
crazy.
mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending.
Floyd has publicly described the rematch as an exhibition, but reports indicate he may have agreed to a professional bout. If that turns out to be true, failing to honor that agreement could lead to serious legal complications. There are also claims that the same deal may have been used as collateral for loans, raising further questions about his financial position.
Is that what's his feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure?
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said...
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Is Spears still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
He has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why,
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't, yeah.
On top of that, several Mayweather gyms have reportedly shut down due to unpaid rent and staff wages. Some reports even suggest that Pacquiao stepped in, took over one location, and rebranded it. Employees are said to have walked out after not receiving payments, adding more concerns about the stability of operations.
Mayweather says that he's suffered enormous financial harm and is missing at least $340 million from a reported $1.2 billion that he actually earned in his professional fight career.
Oh my goodness. 340? Who I got to swing on?
I mean,
What that?
Ocho, that's in addition. So he's reporting that they boosted, however they did it, 340, but he earned 1.2. So that's 1.5.
Damn.
Now, multiple parties could be involved, including the IRS, business partners, and investors, all potentially seeking answers. For someone known for wealth and control, this situation directly challenges that image.
Boxed everybody. I boxed everybody. And it's so crazy. Like, I had a lot of great days. I had a lot of bad days in the gym. But I tell them I never have bad paydays.
Dimitri Salita told me a story that one time a known heavyweight challenged you. You told Leonard to go get your bag and you dropped him with the body shot.
In a boxing gym, it don't count. You can have good days, you can have bad days. A lot of times guys do good in the gym. They be happy. They feel like if you done good with Floyd Mayweather in the gym, oh, I want a world title, Well, you got to really look at this now. Slow down. You go home to an apartment. I go home to a palace. There's a difference.
Now, Floyd.
When you say your name, when they say these fighters' names, they say thousands and millions. When you say Money Mayweather, you say Bill.
The silence from Mayweather and his legal team only adds to the uncertainty. With so many factors in play, it's unclear how everything will unfold. Whether it's resolved quietly or escalates further, this could become one of the most serious situations he's faced outside the ring.
That money to the IRS, how much does he owe? It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats.
Then, Timothy Bradley offers a different perspective. Instead of seeing chaos, he suggests this could actually be strategic. From a fighter business standpoint, he explains that upfront payments can sometimes be used as leverage if structured correctly, hinting that this may be more calculated than it appears.
I don't know if Mayweather did that, but you can. You can put a non-refundable attachment on this and be like, all right, hey, I need an advancement for training. I need $3-4 million or whatever for training expenses. And if they agree to say yeah, and he put in a contract that is non-refundable, it's free money.
That idea does align with Floyd's reputation. While many see confusion, Bradley believes Mayweather could still be in control, managing pressure, adjusting terms, and protecting himself as an experienced fighter who takes calculated risks. However, he also admits that if a professional fight was officially agreed upon, it can't simply be altered without consequences.
It's basically free money. So we know, Mayweather was, it's been reported, I should say, allegedly, that, he's been, a little upside down on some of his taxes and some of his properties. And he needed to come back and fight and take care of that. Well, he got some cheese from that advancement.
So now there's clear tension. Floyd may be thinking like a businessman, but the system still treats him as a contracted fighter. That clash is where things become complicated. Bradley even suggests that upfront money may have already helped ease some financial pressure, shifting the narrative from desperation to strategy.
Just know that money he received, I'm pretty out, man, damn it, I don't know for sure, but damn it, I'm probably I know I'm 85, 90%. I'm telling you, because I don't think he'll be doing this. This is business. So he's just saying, I understand it was a real fight, but now I want to change it. I want to change it now. I got my advancement. Now I want to change it.
Then Shane Mosley steps in with a completely different angle, focusing purely on the fight itself. Having faced both men, he points out that Floyd may no longer be at his physical peak, possibly slower and more vulnerable than before.
Right now, Floyd's not the same Floyd that he was back in the day. So, you know, maybe he's a little bit older and he's not moving as much. And you know that when you get a little bit older, sometimes you don't have the same foot movements, stuff like that, and you're able to get hit with certain shots. So maybe Manny has a chance to get in there and do some stuff. But Manny also has seem like some complications with I don't know if he had some kind of a stroke or something in the sparring with that. I thought I seen. So I mean, there's stuff going on with him too as well. So, you know, we will see.
That immediately creates an opportunity for Pacquiao. However, Mosley balances this by noting that Manny may also be dealing with his own challenges. At that stage, it becomes less about who's better and more about who has declined less over time.
The harder puncher was Manny Pacquiao, but the most difficult was Mayweather.
Okay.
As far as, you know, his IQ. You know, he had a better IQ, but Manny had a harder working, you know, repetition where he'll come at you. He's working hard, he's trying to get you. Whereas Mayweather's more technical and will sit there and pick you apart.
He revisits their fighting styles. Pacquiao's relentless pressure versus Mayweather's ability to adapt mid-fight. Floyd remains the more technical and strategic fighter, while Manny brings aggression and power. That contrast is what has always made their matchup so unpredictable.
You know, if you ask me, as a boxer, I don't need somebody to push me to work hard, work more, but I did. I always put that in my mind when I'm in training. I have to do extra mile to get that condition.
Mosley also recalls the moment he managed to hurt Floyd, emphasizing how rare such opportunities are. Against Mayweather, you might only get one real chance, and if you miss it, it's gone. With both fighters now older, the margin for error becomes even smaller.
Purpose of exhibition, that was long time ago, year after our first fight, but I didn't agree. And then I want a real fight, so he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So there's no reason to make excuses of that. So that's true.
Then Pacquiao responds calmly, without hype or emotion. He focuses on discipline and preparation, making his position clear. A real fight was agreed upon, and advance payment was already made. From his perspective, there's nothing left to debate.
Well, we all look forward to that fight. I mean, he signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So then now makes excuses, no?
He reinforces that same stance. No excuses, just preparation for a legitimate fight. While one side appears to be negotiating and adjusting, Pacquiao is training as if everything is already finalized. That contrast is hard to ignore.
I'm doing exhibitions, and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100?
When everything is put together, this is no longer just a single storyline. It's financial pressure, legal concerns, strategy, and legacy all colliding at once. The real question now is whether Floyd Mayweather is still fully in control, or if things are beginning to slip. Meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao remains focused and ready. Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.